The Toronto Maple Leafs are gearing up for the second half of the 2024-25 NHL season with their sights firmly set on the Stanley Cup. But while most expect the Leafs to make modest moves at the trade deadline, what if they went big? Really big. Imagine Sidney Crosby in a Maple Leafs jersey. But before, if you love staying on top of all things Leafs, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The Leafs have had a solid first half of the season, positioning themselves well for a deep playoff run. But to truly elevate their game, upgrades are needed. Depth at center, a stronger third line, and additional defensive support are all on the table. However, why settle for small improvements when a game-changer could be available? The answer might just be in Pittsburgh, with Sidney Crosby. Crosby has been the face of the Pittsburgh Penguins for 2 decades, leading them to 3 Stanley Cups and becoming one of the greatest players in NHL history. But the Penguins are struggling. They've missed the playoffs for 2 consecutive seasons and are on track for a third. At 37 years old, Crosby is still performing at an elite level, tallying 48 points in 45 games this season. But with the Penguins trending downward, giving Crosby one last legitimate shot at a Stanley Cup might be the move that convinces him to waive his no-movement clause. Adding Crosby would instantly make the Leafs a Stanley Cup favorite. Imagine a lineup with Auston Matthews, Mitch Marner, William Nylander, and Sidney Crosby down the middle. Crosby's leadership, playoff experience, and ability to elevate his linemates could be the missing piece Toronto has been searching for. His presence could also unlock the potential of role players, much like he did with Chris Kunitz, Jake Gensel, and Brian Rust in Pittsburgh. Of course, Crosby's $8.7 million cap hit presents a challenge. The Leafs would need Pittsburgh to retain some of his salary and possibly move a player to clear additional cap space. But for a generational superstar like Crosby, it's a price worth paying. Should the Leafs push all their chips in to make it happen, or focus on smaller upgrades? Let us know in the comments below.